Hi guys, hope you're well. Today I'm going to be talking about the 19th of July 2024. I just made a really stupid mistake. Yesterday I was doing the pre-recorded video for the first time, where I pre-record the audio, then put the gameplay in afterwards. And it was going really well. Obviously, when I record the audio first, all I have to think about is what I'm saying and recounting the day. And when I'm playing the game separately, all I have to think about is the game, and I can get more done without stopping and and ahhing. So it works well, except when I thought I was recording the game footage just now for yesterday's video, I wasn't. So I just played Minecraft for half an hour and recorded no gameplay. So in the game I focused on a bit of carving out the church. It's really annoying that I missed that gameplay, because it would have been really satisfying. Fuck! That would have been like really enjoyable. I don't know about enjoyable, but I don't know. Maybe it'd be cool to watch. So yeah, there's going to be a bit of a jump of progress, because I actually got quite far in the 30 minutes of just being able to focus. But yeah, I'm afraid there's nothing I could do. But yeah, anyway, so there's going to be a jump in. I mean, you'll notice that if you watch yesterday's video, which is now very late because I haven't uploaded it yet, because I still haven't done the gameplay. But yeah, I do quite like this new way of doing videos, even though I haven't made a successful one yet. But it is taking a lot more time, so maybe I'll do these, but maybe 3 or 4 times a week. We will see, because I did find myself procrastinating a lot. I'm like, oh, like today, like I had time to do it, but I didn't until the very end. But yeah, that's where we're at. So today, without further ado, ow. My finger's getting better. I just tried to click on my hand without even thinking about my injured finger. I think I'm going to be fine. It's healing up pretty quick. It was pretty gross, the injury, but fuck it. So today I woke up just before 10 and went downstairs, had some water, brushed my teeth, and walked outside to go to the shops. I thought, hey, I might drive to the shop so I can fill up my car, because I need to use the car. I knew that I needed to use my car today, but I thought, you know what, I just really fancy walking. So got my socks on, got outside, walked across the field to the shops. Lovely little walk. Got some minced beef, got some eggs. You know where we're going with this. But I also got some flowers, because I really wanted to say thank you to my dad's ex-wife, because strangely, I guess it is pretty strange for most people to hear, but I mean, my half-sister's mum, which is my dad's ex-wife, half-sister who's older than me, she's quite nice to talk to about certain issues, because she knows the people involved in these situations, and also she's a good listener. And I've now been back in the UK for over a month, back from travelling, and when I first got back I was really low, probably the lowest I've ever been, and she really helped a lot. So I decided to mark 1 month of being back in England, and specifically 1 month from going to her house and talking to her about it. I would love to give her some flowers to say thank you. They were fucking expensive. They're like £18 for fuck's sake. But they were nice little lilies, and she really appreciated them. Yeah, so before I gave those to her, skipping a little bit, walked back from the shops, a lovely little walk, listening to Logic's new album. It's actually not that new, it's about 3 months old. But I've just been hearing it today. I really like it. It's only like 4 songs, but I really like it. Listened to it on repeat basically today. And yeah, listened to some of that. Bish bash bosh. That's not how the songs go, but whatever. Got in, fucking put butter in the pan, put the mince in, and today I made some modifications. Last time I did this, I literally had a pan, put the mince in, cracked the eggs, stirred the eggs in the mince, and then slopped it in a pot. And the pot had lots of butter, melted butter, and what I suspect might have been raw egg whites in the bottom, in the goo, and it's pretty gross. So this time I took 2 pans and I scrambled the eggs separately in a different pan. Then I got a colander and I got rid of some of the. I'm probably putting too much butter in to start with, so I got rid of some of the melted butter through putting the mince in a colander, scrambling the eggs in a different pan, and then mixing it together in the last like minute, not even minute, 45 seconds over a pan, putting it in a bowl, and I salted it much better than I did last time. And yeah, it was actually really nice today, really nice. I feel pretty good. Well, I don't feel that good now because I've overeaten, but I'll get to that in a minute. Um, so yeah, that had me feeling pretty good for the whole day. We'll see. I need to. Oh yeah, I need to do a blood pressure test. I've been thinking about that because I have had some heart pains recently. I'm not gonna lie to you, friends. When I've stood up a few times, I've had like a massive shot in the heart. Like, whoosh! I'm like, oh my god, it makes me freeze and start like completely go still. I'm like, oh my god, what's happening? But yeah. So where am I going? Where am I going with this? So yeah, I had the breakfast, procrastinated on washing up for a little bit. I don't really remember what I was doing in between the point of eating. I think I was just checking myself out in the mirror, to be completely honest with you. And then got up to washing, listening to music, listening to Logic. And then, yeah, my mate texted me. I forgot. I meant to get back to him today about going to the gym. This one dude from the kitchen I work, the restaurant I work at, I took him under my wing a little bit and trying to help him get on the right track in the fitness style. And he said, yeah, let's meet up today. I've got a meeting up with other friends at 6, but let's do something before that. And I'm like, cool. So I said, yeah, let's meet up at 3. I'll take you for a gym routine. And he didn't reply for a bit, which is weird because he usually replies straight away. And I'm like, oh shit, this guy didn't want to go gym. So I'm like, yo, were you talking about going gym? And he's like, actually, technically, it's my rest day. I'm like, yo, I felt like saying, this is why you're still a geek. But I wanted to be nice. And to be honest, I mean, I did feel like going gym. You know, it was a little bit annoying. But, you know, I guess I've got to deal with this as a future personal trainer. Shit. As a future personal trainer, I just realised I forgot something when I said that. As a future personal trainer, I need to fucking manage this shit and deal with it properly. But I didn't really. I just met up with him. We had a coffee. But before that, I drove to my dad's ex-wife's house, and yeah, had a lovely chat. And I didn't bring it up, but they kind of pulled it out of me, the development in the situation between me and this female that I went on holiday with. They asked me what my situation was at work because I said I was going to leave because of her, and several things have unfolded since then, which I have explained a few times in every other episode. But I explained that to them, and they were bloody. I was like, look, I felt like I also had to explain myself because she's telling a different version of the story that they're probably going to hear one day or probably already have heard. And I just need to say the truth because she's kind of making me look like a fucking weirdo a little bit. I'll go into depth soon. I think I've got to do these full travelling stories soon before I forget like what actually happened. But I mean, I don't think I will. It was quite memorable. But yeah, so I told my story, which is the true story. Says everyone. But yeah, they were pretty shocked. So was I when I first found out. And yeah, I mean, it's really sad, but I needed to tell the truth to make sure I don't look like an idiot. And also, they did ask, and they are very curious because they know this person very well. And yeah, I told them the truth. And even just saying it again, even though I already know, just saying it again, I'm like, wow, did that really happen? That is crazy. But yeah, today, I mean, I also took some pictures from my sister from the whole travelling thing. And yeah, I can finally, because when this first all unfolded, I had to hide it in Apple iOS phones. You can hide pictures and put them in hidden folders. and I had to hide all the pictures with her in. That's how fucked up I was, guys. I was really fucked up. And I remember there was this one song. I actually know the name of it now. I looked for it today. I spent about 10... No, that's a lie. I spent about 30 minutes looking for this fucking song today. Because I wanted to hear it. Because there was a time... Just over a month ago, there was a time when this song would make me break down in tears. But today I hunted for the song. Because I knew that I had the power to listen to it. Not only once, but on repeat. It's called Hell and Back from Bakar. This song, for some reason, was really popular in Indonesia the time I went, and every cafe or restaurant we went into, they played it. And of course, in every cafe and restaurant, I was often with this girl. So when that song came on in a cafe when I was drowning in my sorrows, after everything had fallen down, I just collapsed into tears basically. Some lady was asking me what I wanted to eat, and I was crying because of that fucking song. And I mean, luckily, I don't really listen to the radio in England, and we don't really play music that's new in restaurants. The restaurant I work at is all really old music, all like classics and stuff. And I heard that song on an Instagram advert, Hell and Back, and I was like, you know what? It's actually a banger now. Like now I'm not so emotionally attached to the song or emotionally attached to the girl. I can actually listen to it and actually enjoy it because it's a pretty good song. And it's kind of like in my head, it's the theme, like the theme song of that period of my life. I'm sure you guys can relate. You have like sections of your life where you kind of have like theme songs for. Not all sections, of course, but if you hear an old song, you will remember like a big block of your life that you hadn't given thought to for a long time. And this is that. You know, if I hear this in the future, it's going to make me think of travelling and this girl probably. But I am looking for, I mean, to be honest, even though I'm not heartbroken anymore, well, I don't know, maybe I am. I feel like in some way, I said this yesterday, I feel like in some way this is going to mark me forever. I'm always going to walk around differently because of this experience. It doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to be like, oh, the love of my life, because it's not the love of my life. I realise that now, which is good. What I'm trying to say is I'm just looking forward to the time where I'm not thinking about her a lot. Because even though I don't like her anymore, she does live in my head pretty rent-free most of the day, to be honest with you. Just things like, I can't believe this happened. Instead of, why doesn't she want to be with me? So it's better, but it's still there. And it's just... yeah, I don't know. In some ways, I want to speak to her and be like, what is wrong with you? But in other ways, I never want to speak to her again. I'm leaning more to the side of I'm never going to speak to her again. But it's just, yeah. I guess it just sucks. It's in this... I think I've also said this before. I repeat myself a lot. But it's far more impactful. But I can find some similarities between this feeling and the time I first had something stolen from me. Like when somebody first broke my bike lock and stole it, and I came back to the bike rack and my bike had gone. That was my first time having something stolen, and that's when I realised, like, oh shit, this can happen to me. Like, people steal shit, and they will steal shit from me. And this is like, girls will actually fuck you over. And I've heard stories about it before, but now I know that it can happen to me. It's like, fuck. It's like very real moment. It's like, shit, I'm just like everyone else. You know, I can get fucked, like just like everyone else. Usually, you hear these stories and you think, no, I would put a stop to it before it happened. But no, dude, maybe you won't. So that's probably what I'm feeling right now. A little bit like, I can't believe this happened. These people exist, and I didn't see it coming. You know, fucking hell. But yeah, a lot of that we're just realising now, and it's taken a little bit to sink in, but we're feeling better. And yeah, I can joke about it now. We did joke about it a little bit, and yeah, happy to see those guys as usual. And yeah, I left them to go and see this dude from work. Met at his house. It's a beautiful day today in England. It was very hot. For some reason I wore jeans. I never wear jeans when I'm not working. but I wore them today. It's fucking hot, really hot. Pardon me. And yeah, well, I had a little walk, had a little coffee, and yeah, it was a really nice restaurant actually. It was about 4 p.m. Had a coffee, and then he had to get on a bus to go and see his mates in a different town. I was like, "See you, G." I said bye. He's been hitting the gym. He's been doing really well in the gym actually. I mean, I can't see obvious results, but like he told me that he's going on holiday in a few weeks, and he's already found a gym next to the hotel, and I'm like, that's fantastic. A lot of people that are like half-assing gym will kind of just go, "Oh yeah, I'm going on holiday, so I'm just not going to exercise." So the fact that he found the gym is really good. It's a really good sign. It shows that he's actually on it. So I was happy to hear that. And he also said he's had a boost in confidence, which is it's exactly why I'm helping him, because he's not a very confident dude. So I'm really happy to hear that. And I genuinely am really happy to hear that. And I haven't even helped him that much. He said he's given me all the credit for pushing him to go in the first place, and he invites like all of his Dungeons and Dragons mates to the gym, and I think that's good. It's good to have your mates in the gym, but your stereotypical Dungeons and Dragons player probably, you know, they can't correct your form, they can't spot you, you know, they can't push you. Stereotypical, I'm talking. Obviously, there's probably some jacked Dungeons and Dragons players out there, but stereotypically, they're pretty high on estrogen, you know what I mean? Anyway, enough of being mean. So yeah, I didn't see him for that long. He had to go, and I spent a little bit longer at my dad's ex-wife's. I'm going to keep saying that. Yeah, so cut the time short with him because he had to bounce. Got in my car, drove home. Boom. Drive home was nice. I was actually listening to. I decided to, because I was wearing a shirt which is designed from one of the cafes that I was a regular at when I was in Indonesia. And I decided to look up on Spotify their playlist, because a lot of restaurants play music, and some restaurants have public Spotify playlists that they play in the restaurant. So I found it. I found the real one. I was like, no way, I was playing it. It was like I felt like I was in the fucking cafe again. It was awesome. So I was listening to that whilst driving, and also I sprinkled in some of Logic's new songs in there in the queue, and that was really good. Drive, yeah, it was a pleasant drive, very hot, both windows down, and yeah, got home and walked the dog. Took out some food to defrost. Walked the dog, had loads of water. My dog was passed out for a bit, and I was like, shit, I think she's too tired. But when she saw the lead, she got really excited. Took her for a lovely walk. I actually listened to The Kid Lefroy on the walk. Because again, I know he didn't make Helen back, but some of his songs, this girl used to talk about him, and she's like, I actually went to one of his concerts before he was famous. and again, my head had made the link between like her and this artist, and I couldn't listen to any of his music 'cause it made me sad and think about her. But today I was training myself. I was like, fuck this, I'm listening to it, and I'm not gonna feel like shit, and it worked. I now have balls big enough where I can listen to the music and not feel sad. Turns out the music isn't really for me, but it was just an exercise. So after that, I carried on listening to the Cafe Music's playlist and a bit of Coldplay, because I always like to listen to Coldplay on dog walks. But yeah, lovely dog walk, barely bumped into any other dogs, almost. And yeah, unfortunately, towards the end of my dog walk, I got a text from my father saying that my nan is now in the hospital, and that was very scary because my nan is 82 almost, and I love her very much, obviously. My nan has played like a mother role in my life ever since I was about 14, 15, so she's very, very close to me, almost basically like my mother. And yeah, that's not a text I wanted to see, so I wrapped up the dog walk as fast as I could. I just, if the dog stops to sniff something, I'll just stop and let her explore. But after I got that text, I'm like, fuck it, we're moving. And if I just move, she'll follow me and she won't hang around sniffing for so long. So yeah, we got back. I literally told my dad, like, yo, where you at? He was coming back from work. I said, I'm picking you up at this station, let's go. So yeah, changed up, got back in my car. I spent probably about 3 hours in my car today. Got in the car, drove, met him, went to the hospital. and yeah, found her, and yeah, to be honest, I was choking a little bit. I was fighting back tears just seeing her in the hospital bed in a fucking hallway. Because of the NHS, our hospitals are so overcrowded, they just have people in hallways, in beds, because the other care, like, we're so full. It's quite normal practice, to be honest. It's been happening for a long time. And see her in a hallway just with these fucking, can't remember what they're called, but basically needles in her arms and stuff on drips, made me really sad. She's basically had like a liver, not like a liver failure, but her liver is not performing very well. And the whole atmosphere was pretty calm, but her eyes were slightly discoloured. And the nurse said, you need to stay overnight for maybe a few nights, and we need to. I don't know, I'm not a fucking doctor, but the atmosphere was sort of calm. She was calm, my dad was calm. But I don't know. It has to be something bad, otherwise she wouldn't fucking be in there. Apparently they called her after a checkup. They ran some of her samples, and they called her at 4 in the morning and said, you need to come into hospital now. So it must be pretty bad. But yeah, she seemed alright. I feel like she could be dying and she'd still smile at me, because she doesn't want me to worry. But I don't know. I really hope it's fine. All I can do is keep checking up on her and see if I can help. Because my dad's girlfriend is also in the hospital right now. She had an operation just the other day, and she's going to be in the hospital for another week. And when she comes back home, she's going to be basically bedbound for fucking possibly months. She's had a massive cut across her stomach to remove a tumour or something. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting few weeks ahead, with like a family medical wise, but we'll see. We'll keep trunching through, and I guess it's my job to make sure I check up on everyone and see if I can help at all. So yeah, that was really shit, but I got to spend some more time with my dad in the silver lining of it, and we sat by her bed for about an hour. We stood more like, and then she was nagging me about my personal training. She says, you need to be a police officer, and I'm like, why? I'm going to be a personal trainer, why do you want me to be a police officer? She's like, they're begging for police officers in this country, you need to be one. And to be honest, I did get an email from the personal training lady today, and she's being really gay about the video. She finally marked it today, and I think she wants me to do it again and redo it, which is so it's such a pain in the arse. I can show that I know the answers to the questions just by writing it down, but instead she wants me to bother a friend, clear up fucking hard drive space on my phone, find a gym that's private, and record a fake video with my friend. It's the gayest shit in the world. So I have to do that again. I'll arrange that shortly. It's really fucking annoying, but here we go. This is what happens if you don't do things properly. It's my fault. I feel like now this lady's gonna have one out for me, because I've probably got her told off twice, because it's twice now where she's taken weeks to reply to me, and I've told her, man, I've messaged up, like I've said to her manager, like, yo, this bitch isn't replying to my fucking messages. She said she would have marked this over a week ago. And they're probably like, oi, get on it. And now she hates me because I've got her told off twice. So now she's marking all my shit wrong. So I don't really know what to do except be so perfect she can't possibly mark it wrong. It's a pain in the arse. But yeah, whatever. I feel like I'm ready to be a personal trainer now, but I've still got so much of their bullshit to do. But all I can do is just do it, because I don't have anything else to fucking do. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. It's not great because the restaurant are cutting my hours. They're cutting everyone's hours. And yeah, it's a bit of a tricky one. I know my dad will support me, but it's just like I don't want to take the piss. He says he wants me to be a police officer in the meantime, but I'm like, you don't really become a police officer for a few weeks. You know, you don't do that. It's like a lifetime thing. There's no point in signing up to the police if I want to be I'm aiming to be a full-time personal trainer in a few months. I need to get my qualifications and work really hard to have enough clients to sustain myself, which is doable in a few months. But it's like why do you want me to fucking be sending me like fire brigade applications? And I know that the London Fire Brigade aren't accepting until the end of this year at the very earliest. So I don't know. Anyway, as I'm driving back, my dad actually has a really good idea. He's like, let's get a Turkish takeaway, which is super random. He never says that. I was like, yes. So we had that. It was beautiful. And just the vibes today. Obviously, it was a very bad circumstance why we're spending time together. But there's something about the vibes. He's in the car, I'm driving, we're fucking whipping it around. It's 30 degrees. I'm taking cheeky shortcuts, you know. I'm pulling out on people that I shouldn't pull out on. It's jokes. It's just a cool like evening, even though we're driving back from the hospital from seeing my nan and his mum. It's fucking sad, but it's also like jokes. We're in the car getting fucking roast lamb kebab. Life is kind of good in a way. Um, Obviously, in the wider picture, it's not quite as good, but in that moment, it was good. Drove home, ate together, just the two of us. Haven't done that in a long time. And yeah, then he went and watched his TV. I came upstairs, and to be honest, I kind of just wasted like 4 hours. I don't even know what I did. I think I just stared at the keyboard. I really don't. I didn't play any games. I didn't scroll Instagram. I don't know where the time went, to be honest with you. It's kind of weird, actually. That's really weird. It's now 1:30 in the morning. I did try and do some Minecraft gameplay recording, but as I explained at the start of this video, I fucked that up because I'm a bit of an idiot. But yeah, there we go, my friends. That was the day, and I hope you had a good day, and I hope you do well tomorrow. Thank you.